Oh my gosh!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh!
What's with this?
I feel bad because we make so many fat jokes about Clobber, and she doesn't deserve any of
If
it.
you want to take me out, you've got to do better than that.
What do you mean do better than that? You broke the fucking scooter, woman!
The best girls don't go steady for nothing, you know. You need to make an effort.
Oh my god, now, it's bad enough she's a bitch, but she's also a fucking egotistical asshole! What a bitch! Oh my gosh! It's smoking!
Am I cursed? Did I insult a gypsy or something?
Everyone, you gotta guessed already.
Stepping out onto a wooden deck, I'm surprised to see the pool and yard. To the left of me what looks to be an older, heavier set of version of Damien.
We got Dutton here!
Hello, Newman.
Hello, Cherry.
Don't hang. No, it's fuck, I forgot the actor's name, but it's Newman from Seinfeld.
Wayne Knight.
Wayne Knight. Cause he was in Jurassic Park, so it's like
As Nedry.
Nedry.
And, so of course they make him a Dilophosaurus. I think they killed him.
You didn't say the magic word. Yes? Oh, that's well, that's a heavy question, Nanako. Is Nanako talking about her mother, who died in an accident? Your current level no! Okay, how do I increase expression? I know this is mostly a joke, but just like every time you guys talk about like Jean Grey or the X-Men, I just can't help it. Like now I just think, according to Matchstick, to be a good Marvel editorial, okay, we're gonna kill Jean Grey. Oh, thank you! Thank you! Oh, okay, what's he evolving into? Whoa! That's
so manly!
That's actually amazing. It's just a bouquet with muscles.
Everyone, on guard!
That
it gets
is
better.
Oh, that's actually amazing. Oh my gosh, its weapons are literally just, you know, the male sign, the male symbol. That's amazing.
I am a shadow, the true self. I'm just being true to myself.
Oh my goodness, they have his cheeks are flushed.
Yeah. Yeah, but I still love the fact that it's just a bouquet that's just a bodybuilder.
I'll get rid of anything in my way.
I think this might be my favorite shadow I've encountered so far. This is an amazing design. I can't wait to see what Kanji's persona actually is.
No! Wheelchair-bound baryonyx!
Oh my gosh. I thought this whole time she was, because again,
I know, but she's a
things.
baryonyx.
Okay.
Which I've been saying.
I just thought this whole time she was just one of like these bozos that like are able to like eat like they're like you know, because they're like able to also eat dinosaurs too. So like I'm just saying, I thought she was one of these guys. That's what I'm saying. I thought she was one of these things. So
They call it I want to hug that gator because she looks like an alligator.
okay. I thought she was. I thought she wasn't.
I think that you three would make wonderful boyfriends.
Stop it! You got it all wrong.
Enough. Stop. What the hell are you blabbering about? I don't care who. Won't someone, anyone please accept me? Stop it! Accept me for who I am!
Whoa! I really don't swing that way! I said stop it! Can't believe something like this is inside me.
Yes.
All that shit is what made me into a nihilist. I could feel you trying not to say it, Genghis. I know.
It's a force of habit at this point, but it's not appropriate.
I know. I can feel you going. Don't say it, Chang.
I wouldn't say you're a nihilist.
I can feel you struggling.
Because
I know.
you're not a nihilist, Olivia. Because that sounds exhausting.
Louis doesn't care about anything. He's a nihilist.
Oh, that must be exhausting.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I honestly believe that the pride flag as a design is atrocious.
The new pride flag, design aside, is copyrighted. So in order
What?
to use that you need to pay someone.
What?
So wait,
Wait! Should I then not show this right now? Do I have to pay for showing that? What?
No, it's fine.
Sure. I never really gone to the whole anime stuff, but I like to know what it's about.
Well, if you really want to know, it's not really like ARM. It's called
Oh
Gundam.
my gosh, she's just like me for real,
For real. Okay, like, oh.
It's called Gundam! Oh my gosh, that's amazing! I still have a bunch of model kits I need to build. Oh my gosh, she's just like... She knows about Gundam! Did you say Gundam?
そうそう。もうすぐにでもオープンでるよ。蒼天堀支店。電話も通ったし、看板も出した。大丈夫。もうちゃんとやってるって。
Goodness gracious, Akiyama, why do you live like this? It's like, I'm at the new Sotenbori office, and it's just a fucking pigsty. This man can't take care of himself.
He was supposed to open this office months ago, Chang. He spent all that time just lazing about and getting beer.
If you told me in the past that my art would look like Tumblr art today on stream, I'd fucking just quit art. Look at Jean here. She's literally the epitome of like how like a Tumblr art draws like women and stuff. So it's just like a Tumblr art or Jean Grey. It's like,
well, correction. Certain. I think it's for certain because, she's not around like a basketball. There's
fair enough.
like Tumblr art. Like when I think of Tumblr art, I just think like all the characters are like basketball shaped, like Steven Universe. That's kind of my. But this is like one of those. You're purposely drawing them like quickly and like badly, but it's part of like a comic strip. Like that's kind of the point where you're kind of just doing a parody.
You're not supposed to be bad, man. If the blood of Christ is supposed to be, you know, his semen inside Mary Madeline's pussy, what is the bread? What's the bread, Gandalf? If
what? Wait, that was an actual line?
No, it's not an actual line. The whole point of the Da Vinci Code is that the Holy Grail is supposed to be Mary Madeline's, you know, womb, because the whole point was, the blood of Christ is actually his DNA. It's like, so Gandalf, if you're telling me that the blood of Christ is his cum, what is the bread? Is it Mary's like boobs? Is it her body? What's the bread? I'm just thinking of that now. It's like, what's the bread, Gandalf? What's the bread, Magneto? This time he's slow to puff on it.
Oh my God, that's Dr. Mr. Holy shit! He's the monarch!
Oh, it's the monarch! Oh! Now, just a quick reminder that you can support me through Stream Elements. It is completely optional, but your support allows me to keep making content such as buying new games, art streams, and more. And then now, Alright, okay, here we go. Wait, I didn't post a schedule? Oh, that's my...
there it is.
Oh,
Alright.
no, but I didn't post it in the back room because I was kind of rushing things. I was pressed for time again tonight. Hold on. I could just post this real quick in the back room. Yeah, there we go. All right. New donation PSA, Chelsea. Yeah, I'm updating stuff and all that. By the way, how's the audio? Chelsea, Ray, I see you guys in the chat. How do we sound? Are we okay? Are we sounding good?
Are we quiet for half of the stream right now?
It was okay. First of all, it was only 10 minutes we were like muted, and second of all, I still feel legit bad for that. Like I was like,
oh man,
I still feel
I have
bad
only
for
two
that.
modes. Talking 5 to 10 minutes about a topic, or bitching for 8 hours about Spider-Man 2.
About Spider-Man 2. Only for you to say, anyways, go play Spider-Man 2.
It is Swiss cheese, full of holes. Go play it.
But it is, it's got
Get it on sale. Get it on sale.
it's got
Do not buy it on full price.
It's got a lot of holes, but hey, cheese is cheese. It's still delicious.
Yeah. Also, you asked a question about how we know about the historical Jesus to not. We actually have a third-party reference.
Oh, by who?
Josephus. So Josephus is the historian of the Jewish wars. He was actually part of the rebellion, but then got captured and joined up with the Romans.
Oh,
This was
The 70 AD one. The one that
the war that fight him. The French Revolution. Jewish edition.
Jewish edition. Okay. Okay. So.
Yeah, he put in a little blurb that just says that he existed. He was a preacher who was executed, and then his followers came back and said he was resurrected.
Right, which is
like just the bare information. It's just a confirmation that yeah.
Okay, so there was so like regardless of like people's beliefs, there is a historical Jesus that existed.
Yeah, that's why most religions and most philosophies that think Christianity is false would put Jesus under a moral teacher. That's where the term
okay.
Even though it's a fallacy because what Jesus said hinges on him claiming to be God, and if he's not God, then
right. Oh, I just realized something.
Then he's not a good moral teacher. He's a liar.
Then
we're going into the C.S. Lewis. C.S. Lewis's truths of God. Either Jesus was a liar, mad, or telling the truth. If I remember right.
Or telling the truth. Hold on real quick. How come? Hold on real quick. I just noticed. How come Mastic, whenever he's not speaking, he's like faded out? How do I fix that? How do I fix this? How about? Hold on, let me see something here. What's going on? How do I fix this? Damn you! Oh, okay, I see what's going on.
Oh, yeah, okay. It's called his triumph, and
okay,
it's basically lunatic liar lord or mad bad God, and you actually see that logic in The Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe.
Oh, okay.
Because
here we
when
go.
Peter and Susan meets up with the professor and to talk about Lucy's dreams of Narnia after Edmund lies.
Oh, right, Edmund.
Yeah.
Poor Edmund. It's not okay. Well, okay. It was kind of his fault, but at the same time, it wasn't exactly. Like he was manipulated, but at the same time, Edmund.
He was a piece of crap at the beginning of the story.
Yeah, he was kind of. I have been meaning to actually like go back and watch the Narnia movies.
Oh yeah, I want to actually re-listen to the books as well.
Oh, that's right, the books. It's been a while since I've read any of the books. I read them like back when like high school, like freshman year of high school.
I read them with my dad as a kid.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, my mom. I first exposed to them with my mom reading them to me when I was a kid.
Okay. Yeah, so like, it's like I've been meaning to like go back and like listen to the well, I could listen like with audio books and stuff like in the job, but like just in general, like because anything related to Narnia, because I remember like I grew up on the movies, the Narnia movies, so I was like, yeah. So part of me wants to go back and like, I haven't watched that in a while. I would love to. Oh, thank you, Chelsea. $5. Unrelated. I know this isn't the Gator stream, but Olivia's best girl. Yeah, she is. She likes Gundam, so that's all that matters.
Okay, but here's unfortunately. So for me, I was a kid when the movies were coming out.
Right.
But the question was, it was which Narnia films?
Which Narnia? Well, I remember.
Because, for example, you got the 1979 animated one that looks like that. Just
really?
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was an animated one. That's news to me, actually.
Olden, and then you got the BBC ones.
Interesting.
Oh, okay. And then you got Disney.
And you got Disney. That's the one I remember like watching, like the
Same.
Disney ones. Yeah. So.
I watched the first one in Prince Caspian, and then I fell off on Don Cheddar.
Yeah, Prince Caspian. I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to the Narnia movies, everything after the Lion and Witch Wardrobe, kind of forgettable. I'm gonna be honest.
Because what happens is that what happens is apparently even in the books, just talking with people who read books, didn't like Prince Caspian, and then they drastically changed it for the film. Which apparently for some people they like it better than the book.
Interesting.
I'm not that crazy.
Okay.
There's some dumb decisions in the book. And then
all right.
No, in the film.
In the film, okay.
Yeah.
I was really like, damn.
Where essentially they got some details right.
Okay.
But the overarching plot got wrong. And then Voyage of the Dawn Treader comes out, where it has the opposite problem. No, where the details are right. Yeah. Oh, sorry, my brain is flipped. It's like overarching story, a Prince Caspian, through 2008, generally follows the same general path of the book, but a lot of the details change that affects the experience. For example, when the Pevensies are summoned, and timeline stuff got shuffled around, giving Peter an arc. Trying to give him an arc.
Was he not supposed to have one?
Not really, because
Peter,
but the arc of the Pevens.
How dare you have an arc?
Okay, so here's the thing, because the arc was more about. So the way Prince Caspian the book was structured is that you with the Pegasus at the train station, and then the Pegasus gets summoned to Narnia, and you're stuck with them for like almost the whole journey until they meet the dwarf. I can't remember his name. Red-bearded dwarf. I can't remember his name.
Oh, let's just call him Dwarf.
Yeah, dwarf. Or no, Peter Dinklage. We'll just say Peter Dinklage because
Peter,
he's played
Peter
by
Dinklage. Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was in the Narnia movies. Well, okay.
Yeah, he plays the dwarf that the. Okay, I need to look it up now.
Okay, to be fair though, like of course they would get Peter Dinklage to
Trumpkin.
play.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he plays Trumpkin.
Ah,
Peter Dinklage.
okay. Okay, but to be fair though, now that you say it, like of course they would hire Peter Dinklage to play the dwarf. Like, of course, you know he's like
the most famous dwarf
Yeah.
character in Narnia.
Yeah, he's like the most. He's the go-to actor to play, short people. Peter Dinklage.
That and the guy who plays the Oompa Loompas in the in the Tractor Factory film. He played the evil dwarf in Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but anyway, so they meet Trumpkin, and then Trumpkin tells the story about Prince Caspian up until Caspian blows the trumpet, and then summoning the Pegasus, and then he is like one of the scouts who volunteered to go out and look for them.
Okay.
So like the raid on the castle is actually just like another battle. Standard battle. And it's really more focused on Caspian, and then you have like a Lucy seeing Aslan, and it's everyone who's basically, instead of Lucy and Susan being the whole she sees Aslan, the other people do not. It's more of the group together seeing Aslan. That whole part.
Okay, interesting.
Like they essentially, Peter and Edmund are like the cavalry arriving.
Okay.
Like giving Caspian a chance to claim his kingdom, be the rightful king, and all that stuff. Like, if you really want to make a film adaptation, in my opinion, they needed to focus on Prince Caspian more as the main character.
The actual titular Prince Caspian.
Yeah, like he's the one, and like he's the one who should be the one at the beginning being prideful and then being humbled so that he has to blow the horn to summon the Pegasus, and then he has to give, instead of him going off against fighting his evil uncle, he willingly, after he learns his lesson, near summoning the White Witch, almost being forced to. Like, like you can make it into like his pride gets in the way. Yes, I'm ranting about the Narnia films. Okay, so so you can really just focus on Prince Caspian as the character, showing him how he will be the one who's like the rightful ruler of Narnia, because we can't have the Pegasus return and rule again.
All right.
It's just not right.
You had your chances, you dumb kids.
No, they had. Well, yeah, they had their chance. They had the golden years of Narnia. Like their reigns is very special, but they're still kids. They got their own lives to go in. They can't be like Narnia saviors. That's why. That's why it's kind of important that like after they grow up in their adulthood, they are not going to be summoned to Narnia. But anyway, Voyage of the Dawn Treader.
Okay.
That's actually my least favorite book of the series.
Oh, okay.
But it's a lot of people's favorites. So the problem with that one. So they got the general details of the individual events of the island, because essentially it's like imagine a Star Trek season.
Okay.
Where each chapter is them going to a different island and having an adventure.
Oh, so
and like
it's C.S. Lewis One Piece.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, it's One Piece. Yeah, and they are off to search for something. They're off to search 7 Lords of Narnia.
The 7 Lords are real.
The 7 Lords are real. Can we get much higher?
They're on the table sleeping with their hair growing out. Yeah, that's in the book, and it's gross.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, but they've been blocked in like some of the lords got like stopped in some of the islands and had like separate fates. Where like some of them stayed, some of them are cursed, and then there's a couple. The rest of them are like sleep on this eternal banquet place, but they're cast under an enchantment of sleeping. It requires like an extreme feat of going to the end of the earth and back, essentially.
Peter Dinklage doesn't want any other dwarves to get work rate. It's like, no. If you're gonna hire a little person, it must be me.
Yeah, don't you know he built sentinels to make sure that he's the only minority allowed.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was Trask in Days of Future Past.
Whenever a dwarf tries to become an actor, they just have a sentinel come in and break through the house to break their legs.
No, you're not allowed to be the dwarf actor. Only Peter Dinklage can be. Okay.
It's not Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It's Snow White and the Seven Dinklages.
The Seven Dinklages.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. So you want to know what the biggest problem with Voyage of the Dawn Treader? The overarching plot.
Okay.
So they change it from like, hey, we're gonna look for seven lords, and basically going on fun adventures in between. No, we have to stop this dark cloud of island, this place called Dark Island, just this cloud that will doom Narnia if we don't do.
It's gonna doom Narnia.
And then when they get into the dark cloud, Edmund fights the White Witch again, the third time.
The White Witch is back.
On.
Hey, Edmund.
Is she like Frieza?
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old woman?
Hey, Edmund, you miss me? Oh no!
No.
Wow.
You know, I want to say, I want to take back what I said about 40K's price point.
Oh, okay.
So I looked up a model series, a wargaming series called Infinity.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
What's wrong with it?
$10 to $15 per model.
That's
size of 40 is about the size of a Space Marine.
Okay.
For the average one of them.
Huh.
Space Marine's like $4 to $5 a model.
Well, yeah. Well, Infinity, is a skirmish game.
Okay.
And unfortunately, skirmish, it's a lower model count.
Okay.
So it could be like 5 guys.
But you don't think that price is worth it, Matchstick? For those models?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe?
It's an awfully large price point, though.
Yeah. These models aren't that big, right? Like overall, like they're pretty.
No, it's not. It's not like those. It's not like the. It's not like the Marvel ones where they're like double the size of a
size. Damn.
Or a Space Marine and a half.
Yeah, and they're easy in the Marvel one. Like I just put together the Thanos and the Rhino.
The Rhino.
And they were easy to put together. Like I even magnetized Thanos, so I have two of his different head options and 2 options for regular hand or the Gauntlet, Infinity Gauntlet.
Okay.
In case I want, so I just want to see them. Are they made out of plastic?
Yeah, what where are these models usually made out of? Cause like
plastic most of the time.
Plastic.
Yeah, it depends on the company.
All right.
So you got regular plastic. You got
Okay. So
a regular plastic, which is like your standard miniature plastic.
All right.
You got pure harder plastics, which is a lot more brittle.
Okay.
Those tend to be more on historical war games. And then you got
All right.
Metal.
Metal. Okay.
That was the old way of doing stuff, so, and they're still around. And so
Metal's all right. I own a few Metal models. They have a good weight to them, but they're a bitch to use with plastic stuff.
Okay.
And gluing them can be a pain.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess.
And then
because like
you have
got
resin, which is the devil.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so resin is very specific. So 3D printed is used with resins. It's a very specific resin process, but the type of resin that's awful. So far, I only have one of them. Because it's Lord of the Rings miniatures. Fine cast.
Okay. So I
guess
guess
fine cast resin is the devil.
It can be. Essentially, you have to
So it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's out of all of it, it's the most pain in the ass and can be finicky and wreck your day. And they tend to be more expensive.
Okay. Okay, so I guess really then, since I'm like an outsider to some of this stuff, so like I guess really just from my perspective, it just depends. Do you think like what overall it's worth it, like plastic quality and stuff? You think it justifies that price, Matchstick?
At the end of the day,
a damn fun game. I'd have to say that. The models are good.
Models are good.
I have to say that. I like the look of them.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's no, and if the game's fun enough, then I won't. You're not buying much of the models, I guess.
Okay.
But it's a hot. It's an awfully high bar to entry and quite intimidating.
Yeah, still.
I'm liking the Game of Thrones stuff right now, where it's like, in the starter boxes, you'll get like.
Okay. All right then.
Around like 60 models for like. If you get them on like eBay, you can get them for like $70.
Oh, we got a new follower. Britain Media. Hello. Hello, Britain Media. We're talking about miniature models at the moment. After we went on a huge tangent about Narnia.
The Song of Ice and Fire stuff is like. Sorry, it's like usually like $1 or $2 per model, depending on where you get it from.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually got the wait. Sorry.
You need a lot of them, and also this is the pack that I wish I got.
Okay.
When it was at my store.
Ooh, that's cool. You got a bunch of wolf guys there, along with some. Look at that dude. He's got like a.
And it's America.
Yeah, he's got a motorcycle going on. It's like, yeah, America. Fuck yeah. All right.
And with like Infinity, at least with some of the miniatures games, is that you could throw them in other war games if you happen to play a lot more.
Yeah, they could work as guard pretty well. These guys.
Okay. All right then. So yeah, I guess.
Or if you play a tabletop RPGs, you can throw them too.
Yeah. So I guess really just it's up to you, man. If you think it's worth it or not. But anyways, that was a long tangent on Narnia, on the Narnia movies.
Well, it is our usual amount that we could start doing adaptions. Speaking of adaptions.
Yeah, speaking of adaptions, so speaking of adaptions, just a quick reminder that you can support me through stream. Wrong transition. I already did the whole tip jar support PSA allows me to keep making content. My bad. Forgot to change transitions. Art streams and more. And then now. Okay, let me change transition. So, hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. We still got some stuff.
Oh no! Matchstick! Did you consume pin particles?
Matchstick grew so big he displaced space itself. Hold up. Let me fix this. This is a simple fix. So, In the meantime, though,
This is not 2 cents. This is the Matchstick Show now.
it's the Magic Show now. But anyways, while I fix this up real quick. So speaking of adaptations, Ninjato, you watched a movie recently.
I actually watched it twice. I actually watched it before coming on here. So I watched it back on Sunday after I got home from work. My mom was turning on something on YouTube. You can watch this free on YouTube, by the way. So
okay.
So this was made in 1939. One of Agatha Christie's most well-known works, if you know,
besides the Hercule Poirot stuff.
Yeah, Hercule Poirot is like her most famous stuff, but in terms of a one-shot mystery, this is her most famous one.
Okay.
And then there were none. And then this film came out in 1945. So like,
all right.
So during World War II. So what is the story of Then There Were None is that 10 people are summoned to this island by a mysterious Mr. Owen, who puts and his full name in the book is U.N. Owen.
U.N. Owen. Okay.
Unknown.
Wow. What a brilliant name.
Yeah.
It's up there along the legends as Mike Hunt.
Exactly.
All right, there we go. Our
or Stabby McBackstabby.
Exactly. Anyways, our PNGs are fixed now, so we should be good to go.
Okay, good. So I'm not gonna tell you like each of the 10 guys. Basically, 10 people are summoned in this island.
All right.
And after like initial dinner, the butler and the maid, which is among the 10 people, puts on a record, and the record basically accuses everyone of a crime.
All right.
That involves usually murder. And then what happens is that someone choked themselves. Well, after drinking a water.
Okay.
The maid dies in her sleep. And then by the time the old general is left out in the far out and is discovered with a knife in his back, everyone is going, okay, this is a murder. And the murder is done through the method of the 10 Little Indians nursery rhyme. Have you heard of it?
No. But that said, while like getting prepared for like the podcast, I did have to look up like real quick glimpses of like, you know, like summaries and stuff, and I did see what it wasn't it wasn't always called 10 Little Indians.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah. Agatha Christie, look, I like your Hercule Poirot stuff. Like, Murder on Orient Express, great stuff. Haunting in Venice, also great. Death on the Nile, well, okay, the movie was, you know, it was lacking a bit. So,
and also Haunting in Venice is barely her story. So.
Oh, okay, but it was still good though. But like, it's like
yeah, it was good. Certainly better than Death in the Nile.
Yeah, but the point is, like, I was like.
So anyway, so here is the actual rhyme, nursery rhyme.
All right.
And essentially, okay. So the big whammy is, I'm just talking about. So in terms of a film adaptation, it is a mostly faithful adaptations in terms of the mystery and the tension you feel among the actors.
Okay.
It's also an example, much like The Shining, where it deviates from the book in such a fundamental way.
Oh, okay.
And in order to explain it, I have to spoil the ending, essentially.
All right. Spoilers for a movie that
No
came
problem.
out in what 45.
Well, yeah, it's more of like it's a mystery book. It's a difference between book and film, and I do actually recommend reading the book. It is a good mystery.
Okay.
So,
Its original title, though. That's something.
yeah, the original title of the nursery rhyme, but the title of the book is the ending of the story.
Okay.
Everyone dies.
Oh. Damn.
Which is so what happens is that by the third murder, they suspect that one of them is an imposter.
Dun 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 dun. Okay.
Yeah.
Someone sus. All right then.
So what ends up happening is that one. I am not going to tell you who exactly.
Okay.
Because it does spoil the ending of the story. But I will explain the motivations of the killer and how the killer kind of thwarted and then completed it. So the killer faked his death. Okay, so it's one of the guys. One of the men, which is there's only like 2-3 women. So
what if you want to read the book but you don't know how to read, Chelsea? Well, there is audiobooks.
Yeah, you got audiobooks.
So if you don't want to read, you can listen. So.
And also, this is a book that was made in 39. I'm pretty sure you can find somebody who does a reading of the book on YouTube or.
So don't worry.
If you don't want to spend money on Audible.
So yeah, Chelsea, if you wanna, you know, if you don't wanna, if you're worried about like reading, well, there is listening, so that exists.
You can also learn how to read, but.
True, but if but let's say you don't wanna, I don't know, or for whatever reason, then you can listen. So.
Yeah. So anyway, so one of the major themes in the book is that everyone is basically bad.
Okay.
Everyone's terrible.
All right.
Like all the crimes they were accused of, yeah, they were all true.
Oh, okay.
And they all escaped justice. So the motivation of the killer was that he wanted to pursue perfect justice. So he made this whole scheme to kill off people who escaped the law.
Okay.
And because he was diagnosed, he wanted to make a murder.
All right.
He had that desire to make a murder despite living a righteous life. In him. But he didn't want to just kill people. He wanted to be a justified killing, and then he orchestrated it that he would be the last one, and then he commits suicide. Because, he committed the murder, it's not just.
Okay.
And so that's the biggest. Now, the film, the young lady and the young man are written different from their original counterparts.
Oh.
Where they aren't evil. They are actually innocent. The young lady who was accused of killing the fiance of her sister. Actually, her sister did the killing and she took the blame.
Oh, interesting.
To cover. And then the young guy that you see on the cover, like the most young guy.
All right.
He is not the person he claims to be. They made it that he went under the guy who was invited because the guy who was invited committed suicide.
Oh, Mashik, you
And
back?
he was trying to investigate.
You good, Mashik?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and so, of course, in this film, and this is also under the Hays Code era.
Hays Code?
Yeah, the one the codes that had moral stipulations like you can't show explicit sex. That's why married couples during the 50s had to sleep on separate beds despite being married couples.
Oh, okay. So it was all right. I get the gist of what you're saying.
Yeah, but this one, but the Hays codes also brought in. Allowed people, basically forced people to be more creative, especially with the kills. Like, you don't show the killing part, but you imply it heavily.
It's the implication.
Exactly, implication. So this is when implying murders is at its most art form.
Okay.
Where it's like, how do we let the audience know that this is how this person died without actually showing all the way?
Okay.
So, which is a cool thing about this era of cinema relating to that.
All right.
But because one of the rules is they were also caring about moralistic, so you can't just have like good people live, bad guys have to fall. Like, that's why during this time with gangster films, they had to have the gangsters, get their comeuppance.
But the problem with the story is everyone's bad.
Exactly. So what they did is that they changed the two young characters to be like to be those people. To be the nice people, like that you want them to live through. And so them making them more innocent and more heroic. It changes the ending where they basically fooled the killer.
All right.
The killer kind of exposes his whole plan in front of the female lead. She was thought to be last left. He takes poison to die, and his thought is that she has to commit suicide at this point because by hanging, because the last line is hang himself. She either is gonna be hanged by herself, or she's gonna be, since she is the only survivor in an island with 9 dead people, they're gonna assume she killed them all.
Okay.
Like, how hard is it to... it's quite easy for like the government, right? We need to have a murder conviction because killing 9 people and one person surviving. And this takes place in England, by the way.
England? Oh, I see.
I'm sorry, but
good old land of the English. Da, 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 da. All right.
Yeah, so they were gonna. He basically said you're either gonna hang yourself or you're gonna get hanged.
Okay.
And then, of course, he sees the young guy showing that he actually lives, so implying that they can, 2 witnesses can cover. Can tell the truth.
All right.
And then his final lines is never trust a woman.
That's his last words?
Yes.
Wow.
Because his plan was foiled. And it's also a callback to an earlier part when they were suspecting one of the women. So, yeah.
Wow.
But overall, this is a very good film. And I kind of now have an example of how a personal example of a film that is, in my opinion, fundamentally different from the book. Even though it's like the change is minor, it is still a fundamental difference in terms of like the messaging and stuff. But it's still a good movie. I still recommend you watch it and have a good time.
Okay. Wow, But's last final words was just, "Woman, am I right?" Oh my goodness.
Basically.
Wow. That's...
I was foiled by beautiful art piece of justice.
Wow. That's... That's, alright. Well, I mean, the 40s were a different time, I understand that, but, like, still, it's like, okay then.
Well, it's a line that still holds up. It's not like of.
Well, you know, it's more or less just saying a joke, like, but like it's
Yeah.
But you know, at the same time though, it is still something to, like, you know, I guess take note of, like, wow, that was an actual line in cinema there. Dang. All right. So like this was so you think this is a case of, so overall this is a case of, like, again, like The Shining, where it's not a one-to-one adaptation. In fact, you could argue.
Oh yeah, it's not a one-to-one adaptation. It's mostly a close adaptation. It's just that the ending got changed differently. And by the way, I actually did research, you know, other adaptations. India really likes this story.
India, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Hindi movies. That's
Really?
like essentially an adaptation of this. And also, 99% of all adaptations follows the format of this movie.
Really? This was like,
Yes.
so this
To
was
be-
like
to be
the
fair,
groundwork.
it's having good guys who survive is more appealing than
True.
There is only one exception.
Black versus.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Go on.
Guess which country had that one exception where they actually follow the ending of the book?
Yeah.
Matchstick.
Matchstick? Can you hear us? Uh-oh. Damn. Matchstick keeps having...
It got cut off at one exception.
Yeah, what's
All
the
right,
one
so-
exception?
Take a guess.
Does it have some... I don't know. I actually don't know.
Matchstick, do you have a guess?
What exception of what?
What country does the one adaptation of this of the And Then There Were None story follow the actual true and the original ending of the book? Country of origin.
Realistically, it's England, but I'm gonna say Nigeria, because why not?
Nigeria?
Russia.
Russia. Oh.
That was actually a thought that crossed. That was actually one of the. It's like, you know, that's actually a thought that crossed. That one of the possibilities. I was like, you know, Russia seems like they would be cynical enough to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I will say that the book ending is very compelling. The more you think, it's a very much of a thinking man's story, because the way you find out about the motivations is that the book is you follow all the murders and everyone dies and you don't know how is this possible. And then the police investigates. They have no clue. They have a little bit of detail about how everyone was gathered from like a third party guy, a lawyer, a sleazy lawyer who ends up dying.
All right.
On the same day of the events of the story. And then you have the murderer, a message at the bottom, basically the murderer making a confession. You basically say like, this is how everything is spelled out.
Okay. Oh, so Russia was the country
Yeah.
that, like, no, we're gonna adapt right.
Actually,
Fascinating.
watching that film and thinking about the story, I think a cool adaptation is that you play as that it focused on the investigators in the aftermath of the story, trying to figure out what happened.
Oh, it's like an in media res type of storytelling.
Yeah.
It's like the murder happened. Now, like, when we're witnessing, it's them piecing it all together.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like
okay.
we follow the investigation, trying to piece together
Okay.
what had happened and why. So it would be more like a pure detective story.
But it'd be an interesting adaptation, I'll admit.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So watch this film. It's free on YouTube. There's also you can watch a colored version or a non-colored version.
All right.
So you have no excuses.
But I want an excuse. Do I know if you sleep together with someone you'll get pregnant?
Yes, Chelsea.
Chelsea, girl, woman, I love you. But that's what sex is. That's okay. The whole biology. We're gonna do a quick little biology / sex ed lesson here that you should have learned in high school. But sleeping together is a slang for sex, and sex is essentially the biological need to reproduce. So when you have sex, the whole point is, at least if you're following your the biological purpose is to reproduce. So therefore, yes, there is a chance you would get pregnant if you slept with someone. So for example, Chelsea, since we have your boyfriend right here in the chat with you, if you and Ray eventually decide to move in together and you sleep together, sleep together, that means you get the high chance of getting pregnant, and that means you've reproduced. So yes. Yes, Chelsea.
All right. We're done with our biology class.
Yeah.
Let's go on to history.
No.
Of the Oriental kind.
Not history. Oh. All right.
Not the Orient. We're gonna need an express to get there.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, the Orientals. Wait, that's my people. What are you?
No.
No.
Korea got like one mention.
Wow. That's.
Look,
well,
it's Korea's fault for being a hermit kingdom.
I wanna sue them now. That's bullshit.
He's dead. But this was written in the 1930s.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh wow.
This is really old.
Oh, okay, old book.
So I expect I'm assuming that his talks about Assyria is very limited in comparison to now.
Probably, but
why would that?
It was pretty he whatever they had then, he took it and ran with it.
Huh.
Yeah.
He got a lot out of it.
Okay.
All right.
So what is the central argument of the book?
Yeah. So
Will Durant is a man who is he has this big book series planned about Western civilization.
All right.
Which he does. He does make all of them. He finishes it in 1970, in the 70s.
All right, good for him.
This is the 30s, so it takes a long time. And you need to set that up to set the other civilizations up.
Oh, all right.
This would be you'd be missing something there. So he decides to make I don't actually know this, but this is what I'm assuming.
Okay.
kind of because you're just looking at all the rest of them.
Mm.
It's pretty. I think it could have been a different thought process, but this is what I think happened.
Okay.
And what I think happened is that he decided to make the first book a book about the civilizations.
All right.
He will not be having like 10 books, the 10 other books delving into. So he does the Near East, the Middle East, from the time of prehistory to the this okay. So the argument of the what the point of the book is to figure out why do these civilizations work?
Okay.
How do they work? And he divides it up into several categories.
All right.
Labor, government, morality, religion, science, philosophy, letters, and art.
Okay.
Labor is like, construction, building stuff.
Right.
Government is government. Morality is morality.
All right.
Is Will Durant the one who one of the people who argues about a civilization starts falling when they lose their morality?
Oh. Okay. Interesting.
It's been weeks ago when I.
Okay.
I think he brings it up. It's been a while since I've that would have been more on the probably a bit more focused on the Near East, but that was like a month ago, so
Okay.
I don't remember those specific parts.
All right.
But he okay. But from what I remember is that he's a bit more nuanced than that, but I think he'd probably agree with that being a factor.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Of course, like when you have like a person who comes up with the original thought, it would be more nuanced than what people generalize on that. Okay.
Yeah, I think yeah. This is gonna be a bit more brief than usual since.
Okay.
This was a 50-hour audiobook I would listen to and
Damn.
for like a month and a half.
Holy shit.
50 hours.
Wow. All right.
The shortest, it's 11 books, and the shortest one in the series is 36 hours.
Oh my goodness. Whoa. All right then.
Yeah.
So it's a doozy of a book. All right.
Yeah.
So
because he covered. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
No,
you continue. You were gonna.
I was just. I was starting to say something, saying like or so, to figure out what to say next. So just continue.
Oh, I was just asking about. So does he just cover a general history of each of those civilizations and then put them under that score you mentioned?
Oh, okay.
No. It's he goes through those categories and he explores them for each of the civilizations. But he touches upon the history, on the actual events somewhat.
Okay.
He does do it, but it's usually only the big stuff. Usually.
Okay.
Yeah. So he'll go in the Middle East. You'll go through Samaria, and then go through labor, government, morality, religion, science, philosophy, letters, art, and then he'll go to Syria, Babylon, Egypt, all the way up to Persia.
Persia.
I'm thinking probably because everything afterwards is probably going to be very much everything afterwards in the Near East is because the Near East involves itself so much with Western civilization that going through Persia afterwards would just be too much to do.
Okay.
It's
he could have
I think.
Parthians.
So
I think that I think he's gonna probably save that for maybe like Christ and Caesar.
So let me ask. So like, is the whole book just only that, just like going over like what happened?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
It keeps you busy though, because there's so much to cover.
Okay.
And and because it's like these. He doesn't. There's nothing. There's not one thing that is dwelt on for so long.
All right.
Before he moves on to something else.
Okay.
At most, I think the longest chapter was like maybe an hour.
All right.
But that was very rare. Usually they're like, like a few minutes to like sometimes it gets like 30 minutes, but it's usually just like 10, 20 minutes. 10 minutes is the average.
All right.
But then he would go into India, and then from the Near East to Indian history, starting from Chandragupta.
Okay.
Fuck me.
Interesting name.
Yeah. Chandragupta is an Alexander poser.
Oh, okay.
So you know how Alexander invaded India? He thought he after a miscommunication, he thought there was a much larger army coming.
Okay.
And that his troops were trying to revolt. He left, but then Chandragupta was like, "Hey, this guy had the right idea," and then he conquered all of India.
Oh, okay.
He actually fought wars with one of Alexander's successors, called Seleucus.
Oh, interesting. All right.
I
guess I also.
And then he would go on. Sorry.
Continue. No. You were. I interrupted you.
No, continue.
No, I was just gonna ask more general questions about just the book in general, but.
Yeah, go ahead.
I guess like this book like the way this guy writes, like, is it like dense or like does he like just like does like?
It's actually pretty good. Pretty flowing. Yeah. It's not the greatest prose I've seen, but you're not gonna get bored from it.
Okay.
You'll get a good chuckle now and then.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it's history. There's a lot of funny stuff in there.
All right.
But I especially liked. I especially liked the audiobook guy because he spoke in a British accent, and it's like one of those British accents. Whenever he would say the WH, it would be like wheel, wheat, whipped cream,
cool whip.
Yeah. So what was his assessment of Assyria? Was just because I'm reading a book on Assyria, and
okay,
a lot of stuff we learn about Assyria, and a lot of focus kind of changed over the years because during the 1930s, that is actually when Assyrian archaeology was actually beginning to be taken seriously.
It wasn't before.
People didn't know.
Oh, okay.
No, they thought it was like a made-up Bible people.
Oh.
No, this was pretty serious. I think this is like the late 70s. I don't remember the exact. No, wait, it's 1935.
Yeah, okay, so 90 to 35. Also, a fun fact, Agatha Christie actually went on a trip to one of these excavations of one of the early Assyrian sites, and she actually used that as the settings for one of her books.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
We have to find out, too. That's going to be a gruesome book.
All right.
So... Yeah, but also the thoughts of the Assyrians are like the book I'm reading. It's like, yeah, it's acknowledging about the reputation of Assyria. But it's trying to emphasize that Assyria was not as bad as they claim to be, and there's a lot of stuff like they're kind of like an early version, the first empire of the world. Even though that could be disputed because empire, it requires psi. It's all about your definition of empire.
Okay.
I'll be honest. The Assyrian part is a bit foggy because I listened to it so long ago. I think he was pretty neutral about it.
Okay.
Not, like he was like, yeah, I think he was discussing them in the terms of like a warlike empire culture kind of thing. I'll be honest, I don't know much else.
Okay.
Yeah. That would definitely be interesting.
It was very early on.
Okay.
Is it a big deal if he talked about it like in like a negative light then, in general?
No, it's just to like I'm curious more about understanding of his time period because 1930s is like the early days of Assyrian archaeology becoming a thing.
Okay.
I don't feel as if he was very. I feel like he was. Will Durant had a very respectful take on everything.
Okay.
And I think a very like. This is the way that things were. Like, we're just showing history how it is, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the causes, like the exploration of culture and the causes and the effects of things.
Was there any of the Oriental cultures that he had like a bit of favorites?
Yeah, do you have any biases or anything like that?
I think he liked the Indian stuff a little bit. I think that's shown through.
He liked the Indians. All right.
Yeah, I think because he had a lot of good things to say about the Indian spirituality kind of stuff.
Okay.
I don't remember shit about it because I'll be honest. It's not a topic I'm going to focus very much in because India, to me, it's just so alien as a culture to my own. And the fundamental stuff we disagree about so much is like I don't hate them, but I have a fundamental
disagreement.
It's hard. Yes, disagreement, but also hard to understand with all their stuff.
Okay.
And it's so complex on a level that, on a different level that I would be looking to, because they have like 1,000. They have like 4,000 years of history, and absolutely barely any of the political side matters. Barely any of it at all.
Wow.
It's a very spiritual culture that's very focused on the inside. It's very. I would describe it as like a culture of acceptance, but not in a good, positive way.
Oh.
It feels like kind of like it feels like it's a very stagnant culture.
Huh.
Remember, caste system.
Yeah,
Oh,
and this is
yeah,
the
that's right.
most caste system out of like most out of the society of the world. This has like the most caste in the caste system,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like in
and
terms
it's
of
one where the priests,
Hmm.
the Brahmins, are very much in charge. Well, not in charge, but very much are the ones that keep everything in all things in line. So it,
Okay. You know, I get it. I get it.
yeah,
Oh, I see.
like I respect a lot of its stuff, but it's like
Hmm.
I don't particularly. All right, I'll just say I kind of dislike it a lot.
Okay.
On a as coming from my worldview,
Huh.
which is the sort of the Christian Western perspective. It's
Hmm.
you know it's not my thing.
Okay.
And then it would go on to, but yes.
as like for me when you talk about how like India is like, I'm kind of repulsed by it. On a
Yeah, it's when I hear about like India and its stuff and how it works, I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I don't. This is kind of disgusting. I'll be honest.
Well, for me, when I hear it's like, ooh, I want to learn more. Like I am that type of person who wants to learn. Like I have a book on the history of India. I am gonna read it one day. I do want to understand.
You get a lot out of this. You get like it's 15 hours of India. Each of the Middle East, the India and China, Japan are each in their own. Basically, there's 3 books in one. Because he literally describes it that way.
Yeah. Also, China. Speaking of somebody a culture that says accept your place in society.
Well, hold on. I don't know if Meshik's done yet or not. Like, anything else you want to say though about the book?
No, we still haven't moved on. That we still. I'm still not finished.
Okay.
Yeah. We still got decent to talk about.
Okay.
I mean, we haven't even done. We haven't done the Far. We haven't even done the Far East.
The Far East.
Talked about the Far East.
Okay.
Yeah. But each of it are divided. The Middle East, India, and the Far East are divided up into 3 sort of subsections. In the Far East and India was 15 hours each, and I think if I remember correctly, I think the Middle East was a bit longer. I think it was around like 20 hours.
Okay.
But I think that's because there's a whole bunch of more civilizations and sub-civilizations to talk about. But we're going on to the Far East. We got Ching Chong, Ding Dong. We got China.
All right. Well, that's a great way to open up.
And Japan.
All right.
You do get a few mentions of like Korea.
Okay.
And stuff. This was the most kind of. I was kind of the most interested when he was talking. Oh yeah, in India and the Far East, he would go up into modern time. So so at the end of India, he was talking about like Gandhi and stuff like that.
Oh.
This is 1935.
Okay.
Japan, 1935.
Japan.
Oh no.
So I was really curious to hear about his talk about Japan and the guy who was before World War II, and he's like, we're probably gonna come to blows with them. Yeah, it's probably gonna happen.
I get the suspicion that we might have to fight Japan.
Their goals, our goals are just too what's it?
Different?
We can't have our cake and eat. Neither side can have our cake and eat it too. If the other side is to do what they want, so we're probably gonna end up coming to blows, kind of thing.
Let's see. All right.
He was right. to be fair, this is a situation where I think a lot of people were just looking at it. I was like, yeah, we're probably gonna fight the Japanese.
Like, guys, I think we might have to fight the Japanese. Nah, don't be ridiculous.
We're just gonna have to throw the power of the sun at them.
Twice. I think that might have been a mistake, though. They kind of.
So China.
Did it both predict that China would go commie?
No, because right then he was talking about the nationalists. When it got up to modern time, because that's when the Republicans were kind of fumbling things around. He's like, they do have to get their act together.
Okay.
Or else they're gonna have to deal with like the Japanese and stuff like that. But he's like, they have the potential to be one of the greatest powers on Earth if they got their act together, kind of thing.
Okay.
Well, they did.
But China's
together.
Yeah, they kind of got together.
It's like they got the act together, but only on the outside, and on the inside right now it's held up together by a like a hollow wooden blocks that if you just scrape it, it'll fall apart, and the whole skyscraper comes falling down.
Okay.
China's building projects. Oof. But
okay, so
China's very much run by. It's kind of interesting because it's very much a run by philosophers, a society that was eventually becomes dominated by philosophers.
Right.
I
want to ask. So,
but it's yeah.
No. Finish your thing first, and then I'll ask my question.
No. I was trying to think what to say next.
Oh well, okay. So I was just gonna ask, since Njaro asked like if the author had like a country he was kind of biased towards, which you said was like maybe India. I guess I wanted to ask then, was there an opposite? Like, was there a country he had a bias against?
I don't think so. I think he was.
You don't think so? Okay.
Hey, I don't. From the impression I get of Will Durant, he either he's very neutral on the subject or he's very good at hiding it.
Okay. All right then. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, I think he's very practical. Like this is how things were back in the day, and these how things are going right now. I don't really got a grudge against anybody, but I'm going to explain how things work, kind of thing.
Okay.
What more questions do you guys have?
Got anything else you want to ask him, Njaro?
No, partly because I'm like, I'm losing my energy. I need to head to bed.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, then I guess I want to ask, was there a particular country / subject that you were like captivated by the most? Like, ooh, this is really cool.
Oh, that's a good question. I was. India was the hardest to pay attention to and remember because it was the most alien. I guess I really enjoyed the Middle East stuff and the I'm also I guess I would also say I'm not. I wasn't one really playing favorites.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not really asking if you had a favorite. Just was there just a specific country that you know, like, interested you the most?
I guess going into it, like trying to one that I didn't know too much about. Babylon was one. China, Japan were another.
Okay, I didn't know he was.
Because there's one. There are ones I would have fun. Getting into. Did you know that Babylon was basically like the New York / Vegas of its time?
Yeah. Yeah, it was the cultural center.
Oh.
Yeah, you could throw Hollywood in there.
Oh, well, when you make the Hollywood comparison,
The Babylonian pizza files.
To be fair, once you say it's like the Hollywood of its time, like, okay, you know, on second thought, now that explains a lot why God decided, you know what, fuck your tower. It's like, okay, that actually makes a lot more sense now. All right.
You know, the Tower. Yeah.
Babylon would like the Tower of Babel may not even be in Babylon. It may be in like some other place.
What? Really?
Yeah. Nobody knows where the Tower of Babel is.
Why was it called the Tower of Babel then?
Because babbling. Blah blah blah.
Oh.
It's the explanation. It's the explanation for babbling.
Oh. Okay. So
I bet there was like some other meaning in the word, like in ancient Hebrew, but it's not necessarily means the Tower of Babel, and that becomes the location of Babylon.
Oh, okay. So when did that become like a popular belief then?
Because people Babylon.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't know that. That's actually interesting. I did not know that. Okay. Oh. Oh, my chair. No, chair, please. Ah. All right. Wow, that's interesting. All right. Well, I guess in that case, before we move on, any closing thoughts, Matchstick, or are we good to go?
We're good to go.
We're good to go.
I really enjoy it. I really enjoyed it. You know, I really recommend it. You know, if you.
All right.
If you pick it up at the library, pick it up on Audible. It's a very good book. You'll have plenty of time to work through it, and
all right,
it'll keep you interested.
Yeah.
All right then. All right.
I gotta head to bed.
You're gonna head to bed? All right.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Good night.
All right. Oh man, we're already halfway through. Where's Nick? We're like halfway through. After I'm done talking about Godzilla, I want to talk about Knuckles, and he's not here. It was the whole point. Hold on, I'm gonna ask him real quick. All right. Just gonna tell him. All right then. Well, I guess in that case then, it's just me, and it's just me and you, and I have no idea. All right. Well, how much do you know about Godzilla, Matchstick?
What?
How much do you know about Godzilla?
Only what you guys say through osmosis.
Okay. Alright. He'll be back someday. Just like your dad, right? I know what you mean, man. Alright. Well, I guess in that case, then, I'm gonna have to find a way to pad Godzilla talk out for a while. I guess I can start off by saying that, this topic was honestly kind of a last-minute thing on the spur, just to kinda fill in the gap just to kind of keep things running a little longer for the stream. Basically, last night, me, Nick, and Not, and also Butter joined us as well. We ended up rewatching Godzilla Minus One because Godzilla Minus One is now on Prime Video, but the catch is it's only on Prime Video, Amazon Prime Video in Japan, but it's out there on digital now. So that means, people are gonna find a way to get a hold of a recording of Godzilla Minus One, and they put it on other sites here and there, and that's how we were able to watch it. So yeah, and a fully English subtitle too. So I gotta say, God bless whoever pirated Godzilla Minus One. They also knew there was a huge Western appeal for that movie, so they also made sure to include English subtitles as well. So it's like, thank you, pirators. You're doing the Lord's work. So, Changus PNG Macho Man, I got muscles, Chelsea. Well, I'm trying to. I've been going to the gym recently. I kind of had like a 2-week break. That was but then was it like Thursday I went back? Yeah, like Thursday I went back to the gym, and yeah, I worked out. I ran a mile too. So that was nice. So I guess the plan is, Chelsea, to get more muscles. Pretty soon I'll be as muscular as Godzilla. So but basically, long story short, we ended up watching Godzilla Minus One last night, and I still think it's like one of the best Godzilla movies out there, besides like the original one. So I was like, oh yeah, this is good shit, good cinema right here. Let me eat this shit up. So but then I guess it just reminded me. Oh yeah, I got reminded of another Godzilla movie, Godzilla. GMK, which is just a short abbreviation for it's a short abbreviation for Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All-Out Attack. And yet they don't include anything about my boy Baragon for some reason, even though he's in the movie. So who knows? But basically, I wanted to talk about GMK mostly because this movie in particular was a huge inspiration for the director of Godzilla Minus One. So a lot of Godzilla Minus One's inspiration kind of comes from GMK, and I did talk about and it also relates to our previous topic from last Saturday, Gamera, because the Gamera trilogy director Shusuke Kaneko, he was the wait, I'm stupid. He was the writer, he was the director as well. It's just he also wrote. But Shusuke Kaneko, who directed the Gamera trilogy, he also ended up directing this movie and writing Godzilla GMK. So, in other words, the Gamera trilogy inspired Godzilla Minus One, and that's why it's as great as it is. So, speaking of so I guess speaking of Japan, besides the radioactive lizard, well, I guess it kind of does have to relate to the radioactive lizard either way, because this is a very interesting take on Godzilla. So, a little bit of context for like the setting, for like I guess yes, the setting, but also just like overall, just kind of the atmosphere of Japan at the time, which kind of led to this film. Our good guy, our good man, Mr. Abe, Mr. Shinzo Abe, the guy who's just crying out. He's still crying in heaven right now, just telling the Japanese people, please, just reproduce, please, I'm begging you. But so that's what he's mostly known for. But our man Shinzo Abe, he wasn't exactly had a squeaky clean record. Besides, the have sex and all that. So and it's not dealing with the whole religion cult controversy that he got wrapped up in and all that. So I guess if anyone didn't know, America's a special country because we have a certain little piece of paper called the amendments, and our First Amendment it gives us the ability for freedom of speech, and that basically means I have the right to talk essentially shit about whatever. I have that freedom. I can criticize, our government and stuff. I can criticize our history, and that's what makes America special. Japan doesn't have freedom of speech. They don't have that right. So our good man Abe, he kind of got in a little controversy because one of the things was he decided, okay, we're gonna start running essentially not changing changing Japanese history, more like not talking about it as much and really encouraging to not talk about that history, specifically what happened during World War II, because Japan in World War II wasn't exactly a very pretty country at the time, and they did some real nasty shit, like some nasty stuff in World War II. China can talk about it as well, just like Germany, right? Yeah, just like Germany. So Abe, but I don't know. But I'm not here to talk about Germany. But Abe kind of got under a little flack there because he was like, let's just push our World War II history under the rug, and let's not talk about it. We're gonna encourage that. High school textbooks would not talk about their events of World War II, or if it did, it wouldn't talk about the egregious stuff. It's in a sense, it is kind of like how our high school history books, we talk about the Japanese internment camps, but we don't really focus on that. It's like, yes, it happened, but Hitler. So so it's kind of like that, and Abe kind of got into flack about that. So that was like the going on in Japan at the time, which kind of led to this movie. So. Because the thing is, Godzilla is more than just, a giant radioactive lizard fighting other monsters. Godzilla, at times, can be a bit commentary about certain topics. It can be political in a sense. Ooh, scary, I know, but it is the truth. But I do feel like I should go into a whole topic eventually about, political stuff in media and all that, but basically Godzilla can be a little topical when it comes to current day situations and stuff, and basically this movie was kind of made in response to Abe's whole pushing the World War II history under the rug sort of situation. And these movies aren't exactly very subtle about what it's trying to say. The whole point about Godzilla here, at least this take on Godzilla, is he is literally a monster that is the reincarnation of all the souls of every victim that essentially died in World War II. It's not just the Japanese, victims, every victim in World War II, but it was kind of mostly supposed to be about the victims of Japan's actions in World War II coming back to bite them as Godzilla, because people are forgetting their history, because Abe says let's not really reminisce about that history. So that's kind of what makes this version of Godzilla kind of fascinating. He's I will say, Rhea, when I watched this movie, they kind of talk about it. Godzilla movies are kind of fascinating, where they're both not very subtle at all about their commentary, but at the same time, they also don't really talk about it that much, even if it is the main focus, because at the end of the day, this is also this isn't also just any Godzilla movie. This is also a Godzilla versus monster movie, so we also gotta make sure Godzilla dukes it out with the other monsters. Now, what's fascinating is the other monsters here, which is King Ghidorah, Mothra, and Baragon. They are essentially representations of ancient Japanese like deities, in a sense, here to protect Japan from Godzilla. And these monsters kind of get their ass kicked. So I don't know what that's so you could take it as you will. Maybe there's some greater implications going on there that ties in with the overall idea behind this movie with its commentary, but that's the thing. Also, this movie is also kind of fascinating is that this is the first time, and I think the only time, King Ghidorah has ever been portrayed as essentially a beneficial monster. King Ghidorah has always been portrayed as an antagonist for not just humanity but Godzilla himself. And so while King Ghidorah is an antagonistic force against Godzilla in this movie, he is a benefactor of humanity because he is an ancient Japanese deity here to protect humanity from Godzilla. So, Magic left. Oh no! Oh, he's back. Korea was the victims in that. They talk about Japanese war crimes, right? Yeah. Korea too, Chelsea? Yeah, Chelsea. Japan during World War II, they want to create an empire, Chelsea. So they did a whole lot of nasty stuff all over the place. Yeah, they took over all the island nations and stuff, and then they also took over, getting into China. How far did they make it inland? Mashtik, Japan.
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay.
They got a decent ways inland.
Okay then.
But China's like Russia. It's very big.
True. So. But yeah, so yes, Chelsea, Japan did a lot of kind of nasty stuff in Korea too, which is kind of what this movie is trying to address in its own way. So, and that's always kind of a fascinating thing that always has got to me about these kind of movies, how Japan likes to, in a sense, create movies that are supposed to like commentary on stuff in very creative ways. Like it's like you could just have like, and in a sense, you could kind of compare that to with like how I guess we Westerners do commentary stuff, especially nowadays. Like if you're gonna do, in my honest opinion, if you're gonna do like a political commentary thing, at least be creative with what you're doing. Like
Check out Megatron shelf.
Okay, let's see. What you got here? Hey, it's Shaggy and Fred. That's cool. Like Scoob, we gotta stop Godzilla, man.
Hey, gang, I can't do Fred. Shit.
Like
Scoob.
Like Scoob. Yowzers. What was I gonna say though? I think. Okay.
Hey, gang, let's find a treasure. Shit, I always. Whenever I try to do, I always remember the explanation for Fred's accent. That as they made Fred sillier. Frank Walker made him more Minnesota sounding.
Hey, there you go, Ray. You got Minnesota representation. Be happy. You better be happy, Ray, or else. Alright. So yeah, there you go, Ray. You got your Minnesota action. I hope you're happy. You better be. You better be. Alright, but happy Star Wars Day? Oh yeah, that's right. It was it's May 4th, whole Star Wars deal. Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing, alright. I don't know. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm not too big into Star Wars. Never was. So like something like Star Wars Day, it's like it's cool if you celebrate it. It's not, It's not really something that like I'm gonna be going, yeah, Star Wars.
This makes me depressed. It's like, man, Star Wars used to be so good.
Well, yeah,
Now
but
it's this.
yeah, but like, yeah, but I was always just never, that big into Star Wars. I was more of a Transformers guy. It's like Star Wars. Okay, that's a thing that does exist. But Transformers though, now we're talking. You're talking about language here. Let's have a conversation, So, so I was more of a Transformers guy than a Star Wars person. But that's just me. You've become apathetic to Star Wars now, Ray? Aw, damn, that's a shame. Well, I guess I got lucky because I guess it's gonna sound mean in a sense, but I guess it's the truth. I never really cared that big into Star Wars, so like
The Last Night.
Well, that's Transformers. That's a.
I know. You have your issues too.
Yeah. Transformers has its own fair share of stinkers. I'm not pretending. I'm not gonna pretend that doesn't exist.
Yeah, I know.
So.
I'm just reminding you.
Thank you, Matchstick. Very cool. Very cool. Oh. Ah, damn it! No, it wasn't Nick. I thought Discord sent me a notification. It's like, oh, did he tag me? It's like, he's online in Discord. Where are you, Nick? I come on. By the way, I guess before I rant about Nick not being here any longer, I should continue any Godzilla talk. But basically, GMK is a fascinating movie. I do like it. It's the Millennium Era was a very interesting era of Godzilla movies because this is where I would argue, besides the Reiwa era, this is where Godzilla got to be the most creative. Like I'm not saying Showa era and Heisei era weren't creative themselves, but like here you could tell they really want to do some interesting ideas. One thing about the Millennium Era of Godzilla movies, which includes this movie GMK, was how the concurring trend was they always like to make their movies direct sequels to the original 1954 Godzilla movie, ignoring everything else that came before the Millennium movies. So like GMK is a direct sequel to the 1954 movie. Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, direct sequel to the 1954 movie. Anything between, like the other Showa movies and the Heisei era, they don't talk about it. They don't ever address it. So it's interesting. It was a fascinating era of monster movies, especially with Godzilla. So, I guess I also want to say just also like, visually speaking, there's a lot of visual cues here that I do honestly think that like does go into inspiring -1. The famous like ending, the little stinger at the end of this movie for Godzilla GMK was, you can see that's a directly homage in -1. So yeah, this movie was very influential. And it's just overall, it's a really fun movie. Like, I love all the Godzilla movies. I guess I could say Baragon kind of got shafted. Poor Baragon. Like, he's only been in I think 2 movies, including this one, and then both ones he kind of gets shafted. No, but he was also in his, not in a Godzilla movie, he was in a Frankenstein versus Baragon. Yeah, that was a movie. Japan's kind of Frankenstein's very fascinating take, alright. It's interesting. So yeah, but I guess that also counts, but my boy Baragon, he keeps getting shafted. He needs to be in more stuff. Oh, Nick finally replied. Was it? He just got home. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Hurry up, Nicholas. But yeah. Overall though, like this is a fun movie. I do really strongly suggest you check out Godzilla Monster King Ghidorah, all Giant Monsters All Attack. I just watch all the Godzilla movies. Watch all of them. I highly recommend it. I don't know what I'm gonna. I don't know. In fact, I might even just like watch another Godzilla movie after this and then talk about that next week. Cause I also did recently rewatch Godzilla against Mechagodzilla as well, so I could probably talk about that. But yeah. Oh, also, real quick, also when it comes to like special effects stuff, work and all that, phenomenal. Great shit going on here. The special effects. I will say though, there is some this is early 2000s Japan with CGI, so some usage of CGI can be a little, just a little bit wonky. I remember Godzilla 2000. I remember Godzilla 2000. There's this whole sequence with Godzilla clearly in front of a green screen, and ooh, it's charming, but it's rough. Ooh, it's rough, alright. But yeah, I guess that's all I gotta say about Giant Monsters All Attack. Nicholas, where are you? I want to talk about Knuckles. You said you'd be here in 1 second, but he's not here. Oh my goodness. Alright, well I guess in that case, while we wait then, I do need to use the restroom, so we'll take like a 5-minute break while we wait for Nick, and then I'm gonna go use the restroom, so hold on real quick, let me just pull up the right little thingy. Here we go. Okay, so let me use the restroom. I was playing with Jared, and he said that earthquakes happen when my mommy gets out.
Oh my god!
Damn, is that true?
Well, I hate to tell you this, dude.
Tell him that his mom has a secret daddy she doesn't tell anyone about.
Anna!
Okay!
Oh no, I don't! Jared, get over here!
It's out of the way, okay, here we go. Whoa! This guy's flopping around. Physics! Okay, give me your gun. Okay, actually, you know what? Give me the... Wait. Give me this. Give me this gun. The company carbine. Okay, there we go. Look, buddy, you okay? Look.
Uh-oh.
For trouble?
Who do we lose?
No!
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You were lucky.
Well, what happened,
Sensei and
Nick?
me were here with you.
My mouth gets me going.
Hold on.
Your robot.
No, wait! Before you fix your, say the line, Nick, while you're roboting.
Southway superior, Autobots inferior.
Thank you.
Oh, good.
Oh, hello! Look at this site here! They're just on top of each other. Oh, you ruined the moment! Dumb brutes! You ruined the moment! Really? I can't deal with these little monsters anymore. It's just oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! You better have.
Who's this guy, Trigger?
Oh my gosh, Nick! There better be a fucking dinosaur, Uncle Ruckus! I swear to God. That's what happens to the military every day, anime guy. Are you saying if I join the military, I'll become gay?
No, just the Navy.
Oh, right, just the Navy. In the Navy!
You could sail the 7 seas!
In the Navy! They got busy. Let's go! They got busy!
I'm taking the picture!
Ah! That's amazing! Ah! That's the new screen! That's great!
So that's what a hybrid looks like.
Doesn't look that. I don't know. Seems more dinosaur to me. So.
I know.
Okay.
Getting blocked by Mitchell Musso when I was 15 because I said he had no lips.
What? Repeat? What was that?
Which one?
Something about getting blacked?
Getting blocked by Mitchell Musso when I was 15 because I said he had no lips.
Oh. I thought you said black. Like what? Yes, with the Oni symbol. I don't know the Oni symbol. I don't know my Halo lore. I don't know what the Oni symbol looks like. I don't know what the Oni symbol looks like. It's on the door?
That's not helping, dude.
I don't know what it looks like. Like I could be looking at anything and I'd be like, is that it? That looks like there's something on the door. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it looks like.
There are a lot of doors with things on them.
You mean this door here? This door here? It says search right. Who's still left? There's nothing happening, man. Yes? Well, there's nothing happening, though. There's literally no other... Oh, my God. I think I broke the game. Because, like, there's... Who else is still alive? I don't see anyone else still alive, man. Forcefully move Dutch... I can watch the house? Okay. She's watching Power Rangers! No, can I watch with you, Nanako? Can I watch with you? Oh my gosh, it's Power Rangers! Please, let me watch. Why can't I stay here and watch with you? No! 0 out of 10 game! I can't watch Power Rangers with my little sister! This sucks! I hate this game. I fucking hate this game. I can't watch Power Rangers with her.
They can't get enough of my tongue.
They can't get... God, that... Wait, that just means Ben Franklin literally admitted he's so... Not only did he invent cunnilingus, but he was so good at it when he first did it that all the women just went, "Keep doing it, Ben." And it's just like, oh.
So that's why he had the nickname Ben Franklick.
It's just the idea of Ben Franklin complaining about how good he is at sex to another father is. The fucking leather. You have the letter up.
Essentially, the way they weasel out of the idea, the whole kill the Justice League thing, is that all the Justice League are just all the Justice League you fight are just clones that Brainiac has made because he.
Oh, they're not even.
So they're not even actually like the actual Justice League.
Oh, they're just clones. Okay. Wow.
Except for Wonder Woman, she actually dies.
Oh.
I find one.
Okay.
So not only are like the Justice League not actually kill the Justice League. They only kill the one woman.
Huh. How progressive.
Man,
What the fuck is this game?
What did Rocksteady mean by this?
Okay, so why are you fighting Mercury?
Bam. Bam. Oh my gosh! I can hear her out of breath. Oh
no!
This is. Oh no! Oh.
They should give her one of those fucking little mobility scooters to get to enter here.
Oh, as she fucking lost in one on. Oh.
Then I'll meet you at the gates after school tomorrow.
Okay, bye.
Did he say he was interested? He's a guy, and I'm a guy, but he's interested in me?
Oh, they're gay. Ooh. Anyways, that's 2.0. I hope you... I don't know. I don't really know what else to say. It's just there we go. Wham! Bam! I've been watching too much Futurama. Bam! Alright. So let me just here, let me just adjust myself real quick. Okay. There we go. Does it still have the same emotions? Yeah, I still got the same emotions. with a new one. So there's there's a normal one, and then ooh, I'm angry. I'm having a bad time with this game, and then oh man, this is a big bummer, dude, and then. I don't know what to call this one. I just call this oh. Oh, okay. And then this one's like, woo! Oh! Quick time events, shit! Oh gosh, she's out of breath, please! Oh. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, the sound effects too! Oh. Oh, okay, quick time event, okay. Oh no. What's she doing? God, her belly punches. Oh! 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 What? What? What?
Okay, can I break?
What is this slapstick cop? Oh my god! What? Oh my gosh!
And the reason I say you could link 4chan's is because it's because of 4chan, bronies exist.
What?
Yeah. It's because of...
Just a quick reminder that you can support me through Stream Elements. It is completely optional, but your support allows me to keep making content such as buying new games, art streams, and more. And then now... Alright, oh, Nick's here, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, hold on, let me, okay, hold on, wait a minute.
I was playing with Jared, and he said
hold on. Okay, hold on, real quick. We got, okay, actually, no, this will do. This is fine. Alright, hey, Nick's here, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry if I sound like kind of upset. That's not at you. It's not at you.
I can probably guess who.
Yeah, it wasn't anything too bad, but like he said something that just really got under my nerves. It's like, how? It's like you have the audacity, but I don't want to talk about that right now. All right.
Yeah. I think I got Cal in trouble.
What?
With his parent. Yeah.
How?
Just bad timing. His mom and his sister need to be picked up from the airport, and I think I might have.
Oh. Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Oh.
The drive to drop me off was quiet.
Okay.
Kind of just.
Alright. Alright then. You gonna be alright?
Yeah. I just hope he's okay. I do have a.
You do? Okay. Oh, Cheetor.
Yeah.
Oh. Alright. Oh. Okay, Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Which one? I'm cleaning
it was
up
Raph
right now, so I can't see.
It was Raph. Oh,
Nice.
Silverbolt.
Yeah, Silverbolt.
Oh.
I also got a whole stack of comics from due to Free Comic Book Day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they basically just gave me one of everything.
Okay. All right then. All right.
Anything interesting?
Well, there's the Energon universe. Free Comic Book Day.
Ah, nice. Okay. Did you get anything else?
I basically said I basically said, hey, you want everything? I'm like, yeah, sure. So it could be some good stuff, could be bad stuff. I don't know.
Okay.
It was free.
Hmm.
I
Alright.
really just bought the Archon Universe one.
Hmm. Alright then. Alright. You. Alright, well. Hey, I guess to cheer us up, now that you're here, we can finally talk about. Knuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah, Knuckles. That was just mean.
Yeah.
Oh, did your opinion change over time?
For a little bit.
A little bit? Okay, interesting. Alright. Knuckles is cool, Chelsea? Yeah. Okay, interesting. Your opinion changed. Alright, I'm interested to hear it now. Alright, well, I guess anyone who's not aware, what we're talking about, there's a new they made a TV show for Knuckles, the Echidna. Yeah, that Knuckles. It is in the same, like, you know, it is related to the Sonic live action Sonic movies. So, and it's, you know, it features it's Knuckles. There he is. It's Knuckles the Echidna. And so we watched it. At least, when I first watched it, I was like, this is fun. At least I had a fun time.
I had a fun time, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think. Now, I'm not gonna go, saying like it was, anything, extraordinary, but I don't think that was what I was going for in the first place. So, I didn't mind the show. It's like, it's just a fun little show. It's nothing too harmless. It's not, again, nothing mind blowing when it comes to television series. But hey, for what it was, at least I had a lot of fun with it. Is it perfect? No. Is there, better series to watch out there? Yeah. Could have Knuckles been, even better? Like something more special? Sure. But, for what it wasn't bad. I had fun with it. The initial reaction I had, at least, was after watching, like, yeah, this was fun. I don't think it's like, great, like the greatest thing ever, but like I think people are overreacting, treating it like, this is like, an affront to God, like that. I think that's really the thing with me. Like, I've been seeing people, treat this like, oh my gosh, someone just, insulted the Lord Jeebus himself. It was like, no, it didn't do that. Like, it's just a fun little show. It's how do I put this? Its obvious demographic is very known. This is most definitely meant more so for children than anything else. But if you're a kid, I think you'll have fun with a Knuckles show. At least I think so. I had fun. People are overreacting, Ray. Yeah, I think that's really it. Just as with a Knuckles show, is it, again, it's not the greatest thing out there, but I don't think, we should be, walking around thinking like, someone just, killed some, to use a Transformers term, that the Knuckles show did not, ruin anything forever. So that's just what I think. But no. What I'm curious now is your opinion actually changed.
I think what we should do first is actually, give a basic plot synopsis.
A basic plot synopsis. Okay. All right. Well, it's a very simple premise. Basically, Knuckles is now, living among us on our planet. He's living on Earth. This is not Mobius. This is Earth. So he's living with us now, but he's kind of having trouble acclimating in. He's got some issues, and just overall he just has some trouble, fitting in. But meanwhile, at the same time, the other big cast, the other big cast guy we're following around, the human side character from the Sonic movies, Wade Whipple.
I'm about to head out.
You gonna head out?
You guys
All right.
have a good night.
All right, have a good night, Matchstick.
Night, man.
All right, but our the other guy, our human protagonist, Wade Whipple, he's currently going through his own sorts of issues. Specifically, he wants to attend a bowling contest. That's a big thing for him, and so Knuckles decides he's going to, take Wade under his wing, teach him the warrior way, and help him, win the bowling tournament. But meanwhile, at the same time, though, former gun agent. Well, no, I don't think they ever were former gun agents. Just rogue gun agents, along with a former a guy who used to work for Robotnik. They're doing their own little shenanigans in the background, trying to gun after Knuckles' power for their own nefarious reasons and all that, which is basically money. So Cary Elwes plays the dad. That is true. that's true. No, that's true, right? So, but yeah, that's really it. Like it's just Knuckles and Wade going on a whole little cross country trip to a bowling competition while shenanigans happens, and they help each other figure sort out their shit and all that. And at least I think it was really fun. Again, is it the most mind-blowing thing out there? No. Is this peak television entertainment out there? No, far from it. This is not peak television. I've seen, if you want peak television, honestly, watch something like Futurama or something. That's peak television.
There we go.
You are yes, Nick. I like
trained
yes.
you well.
Yes, Nick. I like Futurama. Okay.
I trained you well.
So yeah, but that's really it. Just what that is really something to take note. Like, this is not peak television, but it's not that bad. Again, that's really the main point of this whole topic. It's the Knuckles show, not anything too phenomenal, but people are, at least I think people are overreacting when it comes to the actual show itself. So yeah, I guess I could go deeper into some stuff, like things I like, things I guess
Alright.
I didn't like. I will say I do like Wade in this whole series.
I could have easily hated him. So glad I didn't.
Yeah, because Wade is clearly just his whole point is obviously he's that goofy comic relief side character that these kind of movies is usually do. So he could have easily just been, it's just the goofy comic relief guy, and he's he gets Knuckles involved in his shenanigans. Ooh, but no. In fact, Wade's actually very likable. And there's something about him that's actually honestly kind of very endearing. I like Wade in the series. So yeah, so that's obviously a plus for this show. They could have easily made Wade just this annoying guy that just makes you want to go, oh god, please, I don't want any more Wade. But no, he's all right. He's pretty fine here. Knuckles himself. Nothing really to say. It's.
Oh, he's fantastic. When he shows up.
Yeah, but so if anyone's worried about like Knuckles himself as a character in this show, no, don't worry. Like if you loved him in the Sonic 2 movie, you're just essentially getting more of that here. It is just.
But cherish when he's there.
Yeah, he's obviously not always there. So I guess that kind of does also bring up a point though that this show is.
This title is a fucking lie.
Well, yes, kind of.
It really is. It really is a lie. It's really Wade's show featuring Knuckles. And you know what it is? You want to know why I believe people are angry? Because this show is what the Sonic movie could have been.
Okay.
But, like, fully realized. Because the Sonic movie was thankfully about Sonic.
Right.
This movie, and it was essentially his story, problem with this show is that it's not Knuckles' story. He actually has a little to do in the show, actually.
Well,
like very little.
I say it's still mostly his story. It's just
no, I can't agree with that at all.
Really?
It's not his story. He doesn't. What's his arc? What does he go through?
I guess
nothing really changes for him. And when they do like the big speech at the end, where it's like, "This is your home," it doesn't feel earned.
He doesn't feel earned.
And it doesn't feel earned at all because Knuckles didn't really go through anything to have a moment like that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I can see that. I do see that. I understand where you're coming from. How are you the only one giving leeway, Ray? I would say you're the only one. I'm just saying I could see where Nick and others are coming from. But like, is this what you? But okay, but like, I guess would you say that is like an actual like knock against the show itself?
It really is.
It
really is. When it's the title character, and he's pretty much barely in it. That's kind of bad. Especially since episode 4 didn't even feature him, and it's about his story. And he doesn't even appear in, like only for like a few minutes at the beginning, at the end.
Okay.
And he's like an afterthought in episode 5 and 6. Actually, every episode, other than maybe the first one, it's not Knuckles. It's not Knuckles' story.
Okay. So, all right. So, do you think the show should have just been called something else then? Maybe that would have made it better.
Maybe, but calling it something else is kind of a minor thing. It's just that the problem is, there's also like it really wants to give like this idea of like Knuckles beginning to appreciate Earth as a new home, but he never That's never really giving me a reason. It's never really showed him giving a reason to actually view it as home. He doesn't really go through anything.
Hmm. Okay.
Also, not a fan of the villains.
The villains? Okay. I don't mind the villains. I don't... Like, they're obviously nothing, you know, spectacular. I don't know, I don't mind. I always thought them, like, they're just, like, kind of like Saturday morning cartoon villains. They're not, you know, anything special or anything like that. They're
The
fine.
problem is with them, though, is that they don't really do anything in the plot until the end. And they don't really have a presence. And also, they give us, like, minor backstories, but it's not really enough to give us, like, any, like, substance to go off of. Like, what we don't even know what the Rory McCann's character's name is other than the buyer. Like, why does he want to fight Knuckles? Why is he... It was like... I don't know, it just feels like the character, like, the villains, like, they want us to build to something more, like Knuckles, like, just existing is, like, a slight against him, but it doesn't really show... Oh my god, this is just Earthspark all over again.
Okay.
This is just Earthspark all over again.
Oh. Oh, that's... Oh, I know what that means for you. That's a shame. I like the...
I don't think they did a bad job. But fuck, it really is the villains in Earthspark all over again.
Okay. Alright. You get have a holdover Eggman for Sonic 3. We could have had more impactful villains, Ray. Okay.
As much as I like Wade in the show, it almost feels like it's a different... I'm watching a different show. You know what it is? It's like I'm watching a show of Idiocracy.
Okay.
Which, not a bad thing. But it's not a Knuckles show.
Oh.
Also, the ending fight, just, again, I feel nothing. Because Knuckles didn't really go through anything. So when he finally does what he does, it doesn't really have an impact. And I don't really know or care who the villain is enough for me to feel like watching him being defeated was satisfying.
Okay. Okay.
It's like I have fun watching the show, but it's not a good show. I have to agree, it's not a good show. I have fun. Okay. I'll admit that. But I can't say it's good.
Like a good show in general, or a good Knuckles show?
Good show in general.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, especially not a good Knuckles show, but it's because as much as I do like the stuff in it, there are stuff in it. It's kind of basic. Like, you know, you kind of know what you're gonna get into.
Okay.
And I don't think that's a bad thing, but I think that's not really, you know.
Okay. Knuckles Chief, Chelsea? Are you talking?
There was Christopher Lloyd as Pachacamac.
Yeah, is that what you're talking about, Chelsea? The brown one, yes. Okay.
Yeah, it was funny. Was it when he was there?
Yeah, I liked him.
And I don't think we should have seen Knuckles' backstory in like a rock opera. But it is entertaining.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think it was a good scene. Okay, so you know what I think the show should have done?
What?
When I'm about to say this, I feel like oh yeah, no brainer. It showed that, but let me explain.
Okay.
Knuckles should be the main character, and he develops through Wade rather than the other way around.
Okay.
And you want? I would say, Knuckles is struggling because he's purposeless.
Right.
Now that the Master Emerald's found, he has nothing, pretty much nothing to do. So, and like when how he gets on this adventure. Wait, I don't want to say he wants to train Wade yet.
Okay.
I'd actually save that as like the big ending.
Huh.
Where it goes, where after the big adventure, Knuckles has found his purpose, and he also wants to train Wade. Wade as a warrior, as like.
Okay.
And believe it or not, I'd actually get rid of Wade's dad.
Okay.
Just make him full absentee. He's gone. Out of his life.
Okay. Sorry, Wade. Your whole reason for the bowling contest is stupid. Fuck him.
But like you can still do the bowling contest, but it's more like something he's got to prove for himself rather than prove like to his father or something.
Okay.
Basically, you want to know what I do? When Knuckles and Wade talk about the fact that Wade's dad basically left him. In a weird way, Knuckles relates because despite different circumstances, Knuckles' dad technically abandoned him too. And they realize that for almost their entire childhood, they've been alone.
Okay.
I don't really have a full completeness. Also, I'd have the villains have more of a presence, so when the finale happens, shit's actually happening.
Okay.
Basically, I want actually there to be a reason for why Knuckles at the end learns to appreciate Earth as his home, rather than just saying it.
Okay.
I want the Knuckles show to actually be about Knuckles.
Alright. Why didn't you see the dad betraying him? Who, Wade's dad?
So who didn't see the dad betraying him? Yeah, it was kind of on the nose.
Oh. I mean, look, like the dude abandoned.
Not obvious.
The dude abandoned him as a kid. Like
What makes you think he's gonna stay for him as an adult?
Yeah, like.
Well, yeah. I think I'd leave that out.
Okay.
Just because I think.
That's sad though. That's good. That's sad though. That's commitment to the bit though. Getting bringing out your kid's whole bag of CDs just to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just to play him later.
That's called commitment to the bit.
Yeah. That's something Megatron would do.
Yeah. I get your criticisms, Nick. I still had a fun time. You know what it is? I think
I'm not gonna deny I had a fun time either.
You know what?
But I gotta be objective and say that there are some serious flaws with this show.
Okay. But do you think But you don't think it's like the worst thing ever, though, do you?
No.
No? Okay. Cause like that. All right then. Cause that's really what that's really kind of the point.
It might be the worst Sonic show.
Okay.
But like, I don't know. I guess my illusions may vary if you like Sonic Underground or not. But
all right.
I mean, it's not like the worst Sonic thing.
No. Not. I feel like like I said, I feel like that's really the point I wanted to make. Is I don't understand people.
You want to know what it is, Genghis? The Sonic movies actually blew expectations.
Okay.
This show met them.
Oh, interesting.
This show met the kind of expectations you'd see in a show where it's you know, like a movie before the Sonic movie, like the Smurfs movie.
Oh, okay.
This is the Smurfs movie, but longer. And I'm not saying that's like, oh, this is just as bad as Smurfs. I'm just giving as an example of like what this is as how it is as a plot.
People wanted more.
Yeah, people actually wanted like stuff to happen.
Okay.
One thing, and again, for one thing, also to be about Knuckles.
Okay. Alright, I get it. It got canceled before the sibling and mother. What are you? Oh, she's talking about Sonic Underground. Oh, I was confused. Like, what is she talking about? Okay, Sonic Underground. Okay, but how can you call Sonic Underground bad? Tamers is doing his best. Okay, don't.
Tamers is doing his best.
Don't insult his craft. He's doing his best. Damn it.
Change, those videos are a fucking trip.
He's doing his best. Let him cook.
Let him fucking cook. Oh. I feel like one of those days we're gonna have to watch the entire thing. That's gonna be a fucking 2 cents topic.
Tamer Sonic Underground. Hey, you wanna watch it? Alright.
And then you said you wanted to watch it.
I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with watching Tamer Sonic Underground. Does Sonic forget Tails in Sonic Underground, Chelsea? I
don't know if Tails is a thing in Sonic Underground.
It's not even a thing.
Knuckles is a thing.
Oh, alright. He's a thing. Hey man, if you want to watch Tamer Sonic Underground, well, we could do that.
It's just it's like one of these days we just end up watching the whole fucking channel.
Oh my gosh, that'd be.
And we just like lose our absolute fucking minds watching it.
Lightning, I have the coronavirus. I'm going to die tomorrow. Yeah, come on, don't insult my boy's Tamer's craft like that. He's doing his best. Alright. Okay, but I guess then and I guess though, is there anything else though you want to say about Knuckles though?
I don't know. I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay. Alright then. Okay, I guess I probably I guess I do kind of want to ask either way, do you think people should still watch the show or no?
I don't.
You don't? Okay.
Probably not. It's more like it's like I'm not gonna tell people not to watch it, but I'm not gonna recommend it to people.
Okay. All right then. That's a shame. All right. I don't know. I think it's. I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, I say, it's fun. You know, obviously, we've just kind of had a moment of self-discovery and all that, but like overall, like if you do watch it, it's I think you'll have a fun time. You know, I guess then it really just comes down to fun time doesn't always necessarily mean, you know, the best out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, take that as you will. You want to have a fun time with the show? I think you'll have a fun time, but you know, there's probably things out there that are, you know, much better quality for you to see. All right. Expectations in the dirt? No, Chelsea. I don't think this show, like, Nick said his piece, and you know I can see where he's coming from. I still don't think this show's, you know, like, you know, dog poo poo. You know, like this isn't something that's gonna be like, ooh, that was, you know, the worst television experience of my life. No. I think that honor goes to that one episode of Futurama. So.
Wow. Worst television experience. I mean, I don't blame you. It's like, wow, I didn't expect that to be the worst thing you've seen.
It was really bad, man.
It was. It really was.
I
really was.
I really hated that episode.
Yeah, me too. Ah, that episode.
Futurama, Nick. For me, Futurama has now the for better or worse, it has the distinction for me of being personally both the best and worst television experience of my life.
Yeah. At least it's only one episode that justified that.
Yeah. God, it was still a really bad one, though.
It was a really bad one.
It was.
Fuck that episode.
It was atrocious. Gosh. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. That was just actually god awful. Fuck that.
Fuck that episode.
Yeah, fuck that episode. That was awful. I hated it.
Me too.
But the rest of Futurama though, pretty damn good. Pretty fucking great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just don't watch that episode. It's dog shit.
You can literally skip it.
You can't. You know, that's also Nick. That's also another thing. God, I'm getting worked up again now about the episode. That's another thing. It's also completely forgettable because it's a fucking anthology episode, so you could just skip it.
Yep.
I hate that episode so much.
So do I.
But anyways, yeah, that. But anyways, Knuckles. Anyways, so yeah, I guess overall verdict on Knuckles, not bad. Well, you know,
bad, but not the worst.
Yeah, it could have. Okay, look, this isn't. Don't take this as an insult, but don't also take this as a compliment. Just take this as a matter of fact that, at the end of the day, the Knuckles show could have been worse. That's not an insult nor a compliment. It's just a matter of fact. The Knuckles show could have been worse. So, buried that episode like South Park buried Tyler Perry. Yeah. 6 out of 10 for you, Ray. I say, like, I guess objectively, I would say, maybe, at least for me, maybe 5 out of 10. But when it comes to just like as a television show to just enjoy and have fun with, I say like a good like 7 out of 10. It's 7 out of 10. I think that's what I give it. 7 out of 10. Not amazing, but hey, you'll have, again, like we're just being a broken record at this point, but I guess I'm just gonna say it one more time as a closing thought. You can have fun, but fun doesn't always mean it's objectively that great. So like okay, these are not comparable anyway, but like it's like watching a Roland Emmerich disaster film. They're dog shit, right? But you have fun with it. Moonfall for me will always be a 10 out of 10 because objectively it's like his worst movie yet, but gosh, I love that movie so much. It's so much fun. I love Moonfall.
What would Elon do?
What would Elon do? Oh well. Would you say that you're still excited for Sonic 3, Nick?
Oh, of course!
Okay.
Live and learn, man!
Live and learn. Well, that song better be in the movie, I swear.
In the trailer. It's gotta be in the movie. Otherwise, we riot.
I know, but like at the same time though, like trailers don't always tell the truth. So it's like, oh my gosh, I want to think positively, but like I swear, that song's not in the movie. I'm gonna be.
You know what the real thing is?
Oh,
I riot if Maria doesn't get shot.
If the little girl doesn't die on screen. Okay, well maybe she doesn't have to die on screen, but if she doesn't get shot, then no. Yeah, fuck you. We're getting John Wick Hedgehog great. That is true. That said though, there is no like any characters like Amy or Rouge. So obviously, what this is gonna be, most likely a loose adaptation of Sonic Adventure 2. But still, at the very least, the little girl must die. And that's the one thing that must remain consistent. The little blonde girl must be shot. Otherwise, no, you fucked up. So, Nick, talk about Sonic with you is fascinating because because it's just funny to think about. At least I think it is, that like for like one of the most popular Sonic characters out there, it is integral for his character that a little girl must die in front of his eyes.
Yeah.
like imagine like saying that to like, oh gosh, like this is gonna be, if they do that, which they should, like for Sonic 3, that's gonna be such a mindfuck for new Sonic fans. Like if new Sonic fans getting into this franchise because of these movies, seeing, oh,
what? A girl got shot in front of Sonic.exe?
It's like, wow, that's gonna be interesting. Seeing people react to that. But anyways, we don't know just yet. It's possible. Oh, you mean like characters like Amy and Rouge? Yeah, but like, to be fair, like it's almost halfway through the year, Nick. We're almost at the Venom month, so I feel like if they wanted to, they could have announced it by now, but who knows? Oh well. You want to see Rouge, Chelsea? All right. I want to see the bat with giant honkers. All right. You're just saying chances are low, not zero? That's true, Ray. That's true. Alright, well in that case then, that's it for our topics tonight. Short podcast actually, shorter than usual. A little under 3 hours. Let's go. Alright. Gonna have to... I don't know what I'm gonna talk about next week. Probably another Godzilla movie. So... Alright. So with that said, then, thank you everyone who came. Actually, you know what? Actually, you know what? One last thing before I do call it night. I do want to show this off because I've been working on this throughout the whole stream. Nick, I decided ultimately, I don't want to completely redesign Jazz like the others because honestly, I think I feel like I struck gold. Because to be fair, he's heavily based off of animated Jazz, but like that's like the best Jazz design out there.
How can you improve upon that?
Yeah, so
the best you can do is just make something slightly different.
Yeah, so that's kind of ultimately what I've been doing, just kind of slightly adjusting Jazz's look to kind of fit like this, like new aesthetic I'm going for. But but yeah, man, it's hard to come up with something better than what we got. So
yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, here you go. That's what I got for Jazz so far. Just
all right.
Yeah, it's mostly the same. Just little tweaks here and there to better match the overall new aesthetic for Express. But yeah, I don't know what else I can do, man. And animated Jazz is just arguably the best design out there. Oh, nice picture, Chelsea. Thank you. Actually, do we do a Jazz tier list, Nick?
What?
Remember we were doing Transformers tier list? I forgot if we did a Jazz one or not. Let me check.
I feel like we did. Yeah, I think we did.
We did? Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, Blackout, Hot Rod, Boat Crusher, Ultras, Knockout, Prowl, Barricade. Yeah, there we go, Jazz. Yeah, there he is. But it didn't save. I have it saved on my computer, so. Alright. Anyways, with that said then, yeah, we're gonna be calling it here. Thanks everyone who came. Thanks everyone watching on the replays. And, no stream tomorrow. So I'll see you all Monday. So until then, good night!